Hi, this is Joan from Covered News, and you are watching exactly 1 year ago, April 20th, 2025. Here's what made headlines. And Pope Francis delivered his final Easter blessing. On Easter Sunday, 2025, a frail 88-year-old Francis appeared on the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica for the Urbi et Orbi before tens of thousands. That same morning, he held a brief private meeting with U.S. Vice President JD Vance at Casa Santa Marta. Still recovering from double pneumonia, it would be his final public act. Here's how CNN covered that Easter Sunday.
Francis appeared on the balcony at St. Peter's behind me after he had met with Vice President JD Vance. They had a brief meeting in the Pope's residence, the Santa Marta. Of course, Vice President Vance is a Catholic.
Francis died the next morning of a stroke and cardiac arrest, triggering global mourning. Cardinals convened a conclave in May and elected Robert Prevost as Pope Leo XIV, the first American pontiff in history. Trump's 145% China tariffs shook global markets. U.S. duties on Chinese imports hit 145%, with Beijing retaliating at 125% on American goods. Wall Street whipsawed as Treasury yields spiked and investors scrambled over electronics exemptions for iPhones and semiconductors. The White House floated, then denied, talks with Xi Jinping. Here's how Bloomberg tracked it.
5%, Kaylee.
Yeah, Ed, this really is about math and how these tariffs layer on top of each other, as there are different tariff regimes that China is subject to. As President Trump made clear yesterday in his post on Truth Social, he has raised the reciprocal tariff.
The two sides stepped back. By mid-May 2025, Washington and Beijing agreed to a 90-day pause that slashed tariffs dramatically while talks continued. The truce held, then frayed, and supply chains have spent the past year adjusting to a permanently higher baseline. That was exactly 1 year ago. Visit CVRDnews.com to dive deeper.